The sands of time hold many secrets, but few whisper as captivating a tale as Cleopatra's. Was she a ruthless seductress who toppled empires, or a brilliant ruler fighting a desperate battle for her kingdom's survival? Today, on Histo Tales, we'll embark on a journey to uncover the truth behind the legend. To understand Cleopatra's story, we need to rewind to the 1st century BC. This was a world in constant flux. The once mighty Roman Republic was on the brink of civil war, with powerful generals vying for control. Meanwhile, in the east, another empire was fading: Egypt. For centuries, Egypt had been a beacon of civilization, renowned for its pharaohs, pyramids, and groundbreaking advancements. But by Cleopatra's time, its glory days were a distant memory. Ruled by the Ptolemaic dynasty, descendants of Alexander the Great's generals, Egypt had become a pawn in the power struggles of the Roman Republic. Alexandria, once a vibrant center of trade and learning, now reflected the uneasy alliance between the Greeks and Romans. Greek statues stood alongside Roman temples, and the air crackled with tension. The Ptolemies, more concerned with enriching themselves than governing effectively, had left the kingdom deeply in debt and vulnerable. Cleopatra entered this world in 69 BC, born into a royal family teetering on the edge. Her father, Ptolemy XII Ulrich, was a paranoid and incompetent ruler. Fearing rebellions and Roman intervention, he hoarded wealth while neglecting the kingdom's infrastructure and military. The common people suffered under Ptolemy XII's rule. Taxes soared, the Nile floods were poorly managed, and resentment towards the Greek elite simmered just beneath the surface. Cleopatra's childhood was far from idyllic. She witnessed firsthand the decline of her kingdom and the simmering discontent amongst her people. But Cleopatra was no ordinary princess. She was intelligent, ambitious, and possessed a fiery spirit. Little did anyone know, she would soon be thrust into the center of a political maelstrom, forced to fight for her birthright and the future of Egypt. By 51 BC, the simmering tensions in Egypt boiled over. Rebellions erupted, and Ptolemy, fearing for his life, fled to Rome, leaving a power vacuum behind. Little did he know his actions would set the stage for a dramatic encounter that would change the course of history. Enter Julius Caesar, a brilliant general and ambitious politician embroiled in a civil war with his Roman rivals. Ptolemy, desperate to regain his throne, offered Caesar immense wealth and military support in exchange for his help. Caesar, ever the opportunist, saw an opportunity in Egypt. He could replenish his war chest, secure vital grain supplies, and establish a powerful ally in the east. However, Caesar's path to restoring Ptolemy wasn't straightforward. The young Cleopatra, now 18 and brimming with ambition, refused to be sidelined. She believed she, not her incompetent father, was the rightful ruler of Egypt. Cleopatra, with her intelligence and captivating personality, reportedly found favor with Caesar. Whether their bond was purely political or something more is a matter of historical debate. Regardless, Caesar recognized Cleopatra's potential as a leader. He brokered a deal. Cleopatra would rule Egypt alongside her younger brother, Ptolemy XIV, a mere figurehead, while remaining loyal to Rome. With Caesar's backing, Cleopatra returned to the throne. This alliance, though controversial, brought temporary stability to Egypt. Cleopatra, however, was more than just a pawn in Caesar's game. Cleopatra proved herself to be a shrewd ruler. She revitalized trade, fostered diplomacy with neighboring kingdoms, and even patronized the arts and sciences. This aspect of her legacy often gets overshadowed by the drama of her relationships, but it's important to recognize her leadership skills. However, their happiness was short-lived. News of Caesar's alliance with Cleopatra and his perceived favoritism towards Egypt sparked outrage in Rome. Many Romans saw Cleopatra as a barbarian queen manipulating the powerful Caesar. This sentiment ultimately led to Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, plunging Rome back into civil war. With Caesar gone, Cleopatra's position became precarious once more. Egypt was caught in the crossfire of Roman power struggles, and Cleopatra would have to find a new ally if she wanted to keep her throne. With Caesar gone and Rome embroiled in civil war, Cleopatra found herself in a precarious position. Egypt, once again, was a pawn in the power struggles of powerful Roman leaders. But Cleopatra wasn't one to give up easily. She set her sights on another influential figure, Mark Antony. Mark Antony, a charismatic and powerful general, was one of Caesar's closest allies. He was also deeply in debt and eager to secure resources for his own ambitions. Cleopatra, ever the strategist, saw an opportunity in Antony. Their alliance, much like the one with Caesar, was a political one fueled by mutual interests. Their alliance quickly blossomed into a passionate romance, further angering many Romans who viewed it as scandalous. Cleopatra, with her intelligence and charm, reportedly held immense sway over Antony. Together they ruled a vast territory encompassing Egypt, parts of Greece, and Asia Minor. However, this power couple wasn't destined for a happy ending. A young and ambitious leader named Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, emerged as their main rival. Octavian, unlike Antony, was a shrewd politician who skillfully manipulated public opinion against Cleopatra, portraying her as a manipulative foreign queen. A simmering tension between Antony and Octavian erupted into full-blown war. The fate of the Roman Republic and Cleopatra's kingdom hung in the balance. The Battle of Actium, fought in 31 BC, was a decisive moment in history. Cleopatra, against the advice of her advisors, brought her fleet to join the battle. However, a series of tactical blunders and defections within Antony's ranks led to a crushing defeat. The Battle of Actium marked the end of Antony and Cleopatra's dreams of power. They fled to Egypt, their once vast territories crumbling around them. This devastating defeat set the stage for the final act of Cleopatra's life, a story shrouded in mystery and intrigue. In the aftermath of the Battle of Actium, Cleopatra and Antony found themselves trapped in Egypt, their dreams of empire shattered. Octavian, the ruthless victor, pursued them relentlessly. With his forces closing in, Cleopatra was forced to make a choice that continues to fascinate us to this day. History tells us that Cleopatra, facing humiliation and capture, took her own life with an asked bite. This dramatic ending has fueled countless stories and paintings, solidifying her image as a tragic yet powerful figure. However, the exact circumstances surrounding her death remain a mystery. Some historians believe she negotiated a secret deal with Octavian and was poisoned instead. Archaeological evidence doesn't provide definitive answers, leaving room for debate. One thing is certain: with Cleopatra's death, Egypt became a Roman province, marking the end of Ptolemaic rule and a proud civilization's independence. Cleopatra's legacy extends far beyond her dramatic death. She became a symbol of power, seduction, and defiance, inspiring artists, writers, and playwrights for centuries. From Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra to Elizabeth Taylor's portrayal in the 1963 film, her image continues to capture our imagination. Today, Cleopatra's legacy is as fascinating as ever. Her life story is a captivating blend of politics, love, and tragedy. Was she a ruthless seductress or a brilliant ruler? The answer perhaps lies somewhere in between. So what did you think? Was Cleopatra a villain or a victim? The truth, as always, is complex. History is full of fascinating figures, each with their own stories to tell. If you enjoyed learning about Cleopatra, let us know who you'd like to explore next in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe to Histo Tales for more captivating journeys through time. Until next time, stay curious.